Emily, thank you. Well, right now I'm excited to be joined by Hannah Bouchard, Community Health Coordinator of Northern Lights Sebasticook Valley Hospital. Hi, Hannah. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we're talking today, I love this, about parks and green spaces and how they can help with your mental health. Do you want to tell us more about the connection between green spaces and mental health?
Absolutely. Parks and Recreation Month is a great reminder of what great resources we have and that our local parks offer so much more than playgrounds and walking trails. Researchers have found that spending time in green spaces, whether that's a neighborhood park, community garden, a wooded trail, can reduce stress, improve mood, and may even lower the risk of developing certain psychiatric disorders.
And we have so many great spots here in Maine that we can take advantage of with this. So what does the research show about that connection?
Yeah, one of the largest studies done on that topic was in Denmark and followed 1 million people. Researchers found that children who grew up with less access to those green spaces had significantly higher risk of developing certain psychiatric disorders later in life. These included conditions such as depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, substance use disorder. While green space isn't the only factor that influences these things, these findings and others suggest that it might play a role and that regular exposure to nature plays an important protective factor.
I love that. Why do parks and other green spaces have this effect?
Scientists believe there are several reasons. Spending time in nature helps lower stress hormones like cortisol. It gives our brains a chance to recover from the constant demands we have in busy, screen-filled lives.
Right.
Parks also encourage physical activity, which is consistently and closely linked to better mental health. You know, endorphins released, maintaining healthy weights. They provide places where people can connect with friends, neighbors, family, others, help reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation that we've seen increase. So the benefits really are both physical and psychological.
That's great. And during Park and Recreation Month, many communities are encouraging people to visit their local parks. Do you have to spend, the whole day outside to get these benefits?
Not at all, though, as you mentioned, you certainly could. Okay. The research is encouraging because even small amounts of time in nature can help. A 20 to 30-minute walk in the park, reading a book outside under a tree instead of inside, taking your children to the playground, or simply eating lunch outside in a garden or green space can help reduce stress and improve your mood. And so making these visits regular may provide even greater long-term benefits.
I love this doctor's order, right? So, Hannah, what's the biggest takeaway that you'd like people to remember this month?
I hope that people get outside and recognize that our parks are more than just recreational spaces. They are community health resources. Investing in parks and making them accessible benefits everyone, regardless of their age or background. This July, Parks and Recreation Month is a great opportunity to rediscover your local park. Spending time outdoors will not replace professional mental health help when needed, but it's a simple, affordable, and research-supported way to support your mental well-being and overall quality of life.
I love that. Hannah, thank you so much for joining us today with all of this great advice. And if you'd like to see this again, you can head right to our website. More news after this.